Yo, what's going on, YouTube? This is Antwan Floyd Sr. back again with Monday Meals with Antwan Floyd Sr., where I read a book. Well, I've read a book and I review it, and I pair the book with a meal. The book that I read is a book that I should have read like 20 years ago, but I finally made it to it. It's called The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. This book is um, highly recommended. I have been reading about it for years, different celebrities and different people I know. I finally made it back to it because my oldest son told me he read it and it was a quick read, and like, man, I knew about this book before he was born, and I'm just now getting to it. So I finally read it. I enjoyed it. It takes place in Morocco, parts of Morocco, in the beginning. So the meal that I pair with it is a Moroccan dish. It's called Chicken Tangine. So it's gonna be my first time making this, and you know what I'm saying, come with me along this journey as I cook this little meal up. Okay, my ingredients for my chicken tangine is I need some breast fillets, got a bag of rice right here, coriander, ground cinnamon, black pepper, ginger root, allspice, some cumin, diced tomatoes, chickpeas, chicken stock, lemon juice, and apricots. Well, I'm gonna add the rice to my boiling water. I just eyeball it, pour some water in there, pour some rice up in there, just eyeball it. Then I am going to add my tangerine to my boiling water back here. I'm sorry, my apricots. My boiling water back here. They say let that boil for about 30 minutes. My apricots. They say that the boiling water is gonna make the apricots nice and plump. So I got my rice. It's almost done. Got my apricots in the boiling water. So next, I'm going to get my olive oil. I got my skillet right here heating up. I'm gonna put my olive oil in my skillet. Put just a little bit. Just coat it a little bit. Coat that a little bit. Let that heat up. I seasoned my meat, my chicken. Got that seasoned up. All right, so my oil is hot now. I'm gonna throw my chicken in here. Let it brown up. Let that brown on one side, brown on both sides. Flip it over. So I am going to take the chicken out of here. Okay, so next I I took all my chicken out. Got my chicken on the side. I sliced it up down the middle. I'm gonna put some chicken stock in here. I just cooked it right in the same skillet where I had my chicken cooking at. So that way some of the seasoning, some of the meat that got stuck to the skillet is still in there. Let me see. Grab my fork. Gotta let that heat up a little bit. Let's start to heat up. I was supposed to, they said get my recipe, I was supposed to have some lemon, like a whole lemon, and they wanted to, shave the skin off the lemon. But I don't, like I told you in my previous videos, I don't like to cook that much. So I like to keep my stuff as simple as possible. So I'm just gonna grab a little bit of lemon juice and throw that in there. Just a few little drops. And I'm gonna wait for that to heat up. While that's heating up, I'm gonna throw some more seasoning in there. I already seasoned my meat, so I'm gonna throw some more cumin in there. I'm gonna throw some more allspice. Some cinnamon. The recipe really called for cinnamon stick. I was supposed to cook the cinnamon stick on there, but like I said once before, I improvise because I don't like to. I like to be in and out the kitchen, so I'm just gonna put just a little bit of cinnamon in there. I'm not gonna put a lot, just a little bit. A little more ginger. Once again, these are all the seasonings that I use to season the meat. But I'm just gonna throw it in here in my broth. Some pepper, a little coriander, just a little bit, and a little salt. While I'm waiting for this to heat up. Just a little bit of salt. Waiting for that to heat up a little bit. So it's starting to heat up now. You see it bubbling a little bit. Starting to heat up. Stir that up a little bit. Turn the fire down some. I'm gonna take my apricots that I had sitting in the boiling water. I'm gonna pour the juice. I'm gonna throw all of it in there. Apricots and juice, throw it all in there. Let that boil some more. I need to throw in my chickpeas. And throw in my tomatoes. And let that heat up. Let that come to a boil. My broth it came to a boil. I am throwing in a last minute ingredient, some mushrooms I had left over in the refrigerator. I'm gonna use them before they go bad. This is my first time making this recipe, so I don't know if the mushrooms are gonna be good in here or not, but I'm going to find out. I am a fan of mushrooms. I pretty much like them in pretty much anything. I think they improve a lot of dishes. Improve a lot of dishes. So we're gonna see how it does with this. So this is not the traditional chicken tangine. I've never had chicken tangine to be honest. So, but like I said, I threw my own little touch on there. So I'm let that come to a boil. Those mushrooms soften up. We have to put a lid on it to see if I can get my broth to thicken some before I add my chicken back to it. So my mushrooms and all my other vegetables are looking nice and soft. So I'm gonna take my chicken that I have sliced down the middle. I'm gonna put it back in here. You see that? It looks kind of good. Um, it smells good in here too. There's a bunch of different scents. Um, it's of course it smells sweet from the apricot. I don't know if a lot of people like sweet food when they eat, but I also smell the spices, the coriander and the allspice and all the other stuff I put in here. So it has like a authentic smell, Moroccan smell in here. Smells good. Throw this last piece of chicken in here that I cut, and I'm gonna let that sit. I put the fire on low, and I'm gonna let that sit and marinate up in the sauces, up in the juice. Soak all that in there. Yeah, that's turning out pretty good. But you know, I actually forgot an ingredient. Onions. So I'm gonna let it cook a little longer because I do want to see if this is gonna thicken up a little more. So it won't hurt it any if I just top this with some onions. Put some onions right on top of it. It's not gonna hurt it at all. Got that in there. So yeah, got my onions in there. Let that simmer up in there and get soft. And I'll be ready to pull these bad boys out.